Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Let's see what the heck is going on today. I do want to make a quick note. Yesterday, I made a video about Robinhood, and I thought it was very interesting how payment for order flow wise, we put up the chart on payment for order flow. Robinhood was making somewhere around 20 mil in August. I'm sorry, the last payment for order flow number we have is actually for June. So they made around 20 mil in payment for order flow in June. That was a fraction of the total payment for order flow in the market, somewhere around 112 million for stocks. But get this, for options, Robinhood made like 70 million or something like that in June. So options was like almost 3.5 times as profitable for Robinhood as actual stock trades were. So I thought that was very fascinating. Or maybe people are just doing options more on Robinhood. I am more inclined to believe it's a profitability thing. I think the premiums are a little more in favor of Robinhood when you're looking at options. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the market here. Figure out what the heck is going on. Hey, look at that. Corsair Gaming is finally moving here. Finally getting picked up. I wonder if it's going to get onto a little bit of a trend here. At the same time, I'm going to look at the downside here first. Look at Zoom, down 14.5% after missing earnings yesterday. I'm sorry, it did not miss earnings yesterday. It actually beat earnings yesterday, only slightly. But the forecast was so soft. People were not very happy, and just the soft forecast and sort of the return to work, the return to normalcy, led to this incredible explosion over here in price. And I guess by explosion, I mean like plummet. But yeah, it makes me wonder too, how many people are actually going to cancel their Zoom subscription. I think people in general are very bad at canceling subscriptions. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens here. Robinhood also down about 2.77% in pre-market here. Robinhood yesterday closed about 6.89% to the downside. Another 2.64 down here after, especially with the talk about the potential ban there on payment for order flow. You got a firm sitting at 97.5, obviously still nicely up, but that is technically down a couple percent here in pre-market. I did do a few covered calls, actually a lot of covered calls on a firm. Right around $99 yesterday. So sorry, excuse me. Okay, so let's see here. A bunch of middle traders today. Wow, everything's just sitting in the middle today. Boring. Okay, over here you've got Virgin Galactic 2.89%. Tattooed Chef. Oh, it's a little boring. Smile Direct 0.75. Okay. Wow. Kind of feels like a boring market this morning. Like, where do the opportunities go? But anyway, look at this. We'll look over here at crypto for a moment. Look at this wedge we've got here. You've got a Bitcoin actually came down from 48.4 yesterday. Let me see here. Let's go over to the minute chart. No, let's go to our chart. Here we go. So yeah, look at this. We were at 48.6. This was yesterday. Heck, 2 days ago we were sitting at 49. But yeah, just yesterday we were as high as 48.6. So sort of the beginning of the day here. All of a sudden we had a little sell-off there in crypto. Look at this perfect bounce. I kid you not. You cannot make these lines up. These lines are like perfection. I don't know what it is. But this is pretty incredible. I mean, every time we get these bounces on Bitcoin, which we know is very heavily traded, it seems to almost perfectly bounce within the lines that we draw. Which if you want to draw lines too, or you want to get all of my buy-sell alerts, remember to take that 40% off coupon code link down below. It expires tonight. But this is incredible. And we know we've had these lines drawn for a while because we've done this channeling for a while here. But geez, if you wanted to trade Bitcoin, there's an easy one that just keeps doing over and over again. But Ethereum on the flip side has gapped up here. Very nice. Nice move up to 34.42. Let's go ahead and hit ADA quickly. Let's see what we got here. sitting around 282. Okay, kind of been trading sideways in this range over here. But otherwise, wow, kind of quiet morning here. Watching, let's see here. I think it's oh, thank you so much for the happy birthday wish there to Jack. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he's 6 today. It's crazy. Crazy. If they ban payment for order flow, do you think they will bring commissions back? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would say so. Which I think will ultimately, I think, has the potential of hurting, because you could lower volumes a lot. You know, now people have this feeling of, oh, it's free trading. We know it's not technically 100% free, but I think it leads to much more trading. And as a result of that, you, in my opinion, have more liquidity in the market. You know, banning payment for order flow, I think it would be, I mean, I guess they'd probably phase it out so they wouldn't like automatically shut down brokerages. You know, like, oh, payment for order flow is getting banned by this date or whatever. So they have to update their apps and, I don't know, bring a fee back or something. But yeah. All right. Let's see. So, all right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's just like, who cares? Payment for order flow, big deal, right? All right. So, well, let's go hunting a little bit. Let's see what we got here. So, I go ahead and pull up Bloomberg, and let's see what's news, if there's any news. Bloomberg. All right, here we go. Afghan pullout could prove to be a bigger problem for Europe than the United States. It's interesting. I wonder if that has to do with the refugees. So you get a lot of refugees who go from Afghanistan to like even Germany or whatever. Israel cases hit record. Ireland plans reopening. How are our COVID cases? COVID cases? Well, let's see how we did here. Let's go search all. And 30 days. Oh, look at that. A little spike here on the Monday reading. This is slightly larger than the two spikes we had here. 259, 266, 280. So still on that very modest uptrend. Oh, thanks for saying happy birthday from Canada for Jack. All right. Let's see here. NFT testimonials become a crypto Twitter staple. Unit sales of NFTs have more than doubled since June. Wow. No thanks. Apple plans to add satellite features to iPhone for emergencies. This was neat. It was like 10 minutes of satellite phone access for emergencies. I thought that was pretty neat. Good. Fed now risks too slow taper. All right, let's talk about the Fed taper. All right, what do we got here? So one of the leading global critics of the Federal Reserve 2013 taper tantrum episode is now worried that central banks could fall behind the curve as it basically tapers too slowly. The Fed thinks it has time to slow walk the tightening process, especially given the longer-term deflationary forces like aging automation and globalization. But compared to the aftermath of the global financial crisis, there's one big difference post-pandemic, which is an enormous amount of fiscal spending. Ooh. My worry is that if they don't fully account for these new forces, they may be behind the curve, and that may, as everyone says, necessitate stronger tightening down the line. Then you get a market crash as rates go up. This time around, Jerome Powell continues to emphasize gradual pace of tapering. Yeah, all right. Okay, so somebody's opinion, essentially, that the Fed's going to be too slow. I don't know if I think they're going to be too slow. I think they're going to wait until November to announce the taper. I think Jerome Powell's not jumping up and down. Let's see how let's go to CNBC here and see how the let's see here. 10 years sitting at 1.29%. We got indice futures are slightly down. Yeah, and soaring home prices shattered another record in June. Oh yeah? Home prices rose 18.6% annually in June, up 16.8% in May. That's nuts. Prices are now 41% higher than their last peak during the housing boom in 2006. Don't see a problem here. That's crazy. Let's see. The EU is more unsafe. Germany especially is a boiling point. My friends tell me it's full of people that weren't there 5 years ago. Wow. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. All right. Well, it's moving like nothing. It's so quiet. Alibaba had a little move up. 162 for Alibaba. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going down. It's actually, it's not at the low. So we saw last week. I mean, last week, right before Jackson Hole, we had some major volume, and we got all the way down to 152. Zoom still sitting down 14%. Robinhood's almost down 3%. Canadian Solar's having a hard time kind of getting out. You know, they've been trying to get back into this box range, and now they're down 2% again. So they just basically bounced off our what line is this? 37.30 something? Pretty close to 37.45. We'll put it that way. Bouncing right off of that. Wow. Really relaxed market today. All right, let's see what else is on. I know Ethereum's been kicking butt. ETH. Yeah. All right, let's take a listen. What do we got over here? Oh, is he on the phone?
For everybody, I had the tightest border, and within 4 months, we had the worst border. It is now millions of people are coming into our country through our southern border. It's a shame. What's happened to our country?
This is an early phone call for the DT.
It's a disgrace.
What should President Biden say to the American people this afternoon? Not what you think he might say, but what you think he should say.
He should say, I'm sorry, because that's what he owes an apology. And when he kept looking at his watch yesterday, I've been to Dover many times. When he kept looking at his watch yesterday at Dover with the parents and spouses.
This is interesting. I don't think I've covered Trump on this channel in a very long time.
It's a sailor that was killed, and he's looking at his watch like, get me the hell out of here. I want to go home. Get me out. I want to go home.
Well, it sounds like Gavin Newsom is censoring Trump there a little bit with the phone call.
It was a disgrace. I think the best thing he can do is apologize to the American people and apologize to the world. You know, we had a lot of help in Afghanistan, and we left, and everybody else had to leave with us. But, you know, the whole world deserves an apology. He gave it. He handed them a country, one of the best armed countries anywhere in the world, with the best equipment in the world, better than our soldiers have. He handed them a country on a silver platter. He ought to apologize and stop trying to, excuse the language, bullshit everybody into thinking that what he did was good. We should have withdrawn, but we should have withdrawn in a totally different way with great dignity. It would have been a tremendous win for us.
Mr. President, I'd like to move on and talk about COVID and vaccinations, if we may.
Right.
Britain had a Freedom Day, July the 19th, removed all restrictions, and they're now doing rather well. Florida has removed all restrictions, and to put it bluntly, so they're catching hell. How do you feel about opening up, having a Freedom Day like Britain?
We've got to open up. We've got to open up our country. Our country is artificially induced. If you look at the money that's being poured into our country through different things, including the Fed, including deals that are being made in Congress where they have a majority, so they're able to pass things like that fake infrastructure.
All right, well, we're gonna pull off. We'll see what else. Let's see if CNBC's back. It's kind of interesting. Like, it's almost like a throwback, I feel like, to, gosh, it's really been since January since we've covered them. But anyway, let's listen in.
What they're going to be in small businesses, whether they're going to be canceling a lot of subs or not.
That's right. And it seems to be small business is one of those key areas in terms of this deceleration in the rate of growth, which I should note, just in terms of the forecast for Q3, is still something like 31% growth year on year. But for this company, given everything we've seen in terms of the monster, moves, the monster growth coming through the pandemic does represent a deceleration. I know that we have a graphic, I don't know if we can pull that up, that shows that those small customers, those that, businesses with 10 or less, you can really see that rate of growth kind of falling down pretty dramatically. Nonetheless, I feel like Zoom is one of those household names now. Is it really going to go? Maybe you look at the valuation, maybe you look at this quote unquote reversion to the mean, but is it a name that's really actually going to go somewhere? What's overshadowed is the fact that they finally hit $1 billion in revenue this past quarter too.
And as you point out, they do have over 500,000 customers with 10 or more.
Yeah, we touched on that yesterday. We saw that $1 billion break. That was pretty incredible. I mean, $1 billion in a quarter. And I mean, if you think about it too, the costs of operating or the cost of $1 billion of revenue versus like Peloton, when they get $1 billion of revenue, they got to manufacture bikes. Zoom's a service. You see though, and at that, a tech service. I'm kind of curious to see if how profitable they actually were, because I know they market like crazy. So who knows? They could have spent all their money. I did not look at their financials though, so I'm very interested. I'm not like I don't know. I don't think I could be convinced to buy them, but I don't own them. But I'm happy to look at their filing here. Let's see here. Okay. Well, Zoom reports. Okay, here we go. Let's see if they can give us an expenses. Get a look here. So they had, these are assets, liabilities. Here we go. Revenue. See, look at that. Revenue, $1 billion. Cost of revenue was only, what, 261 million? So in other words, they had a gross profit here of 76. What is that? 760 divided by 1021, 74.4%. Incredible. They spent $271 million on marketing. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a nice net income, actually. Look at that. They got a $1 in a quarterly EPS. That's not bad. Look at that. $1 in quarterly EPS, that's like $4 per year. That really means at what are they, at 285 now or something in the pre-market? If you extrapolated this to $4 per year, 299. Okay, so 300 divided by 4. Still trading for 75 times earnings. But then it does make you wonder what kind of growth you get with that. Certainly, if you did something like that in math right now for Tesla, it wouldn't be very pretty. But wow, they brought a lot. They brought a lot to the bottom line. That's good. I was worried that they're still going to be like unprofitable somehow. It's like, how could you not make a lot of money making $1 billion off of software? So that, hey, good for them. Let's see, how's their marketing been? They did bump their marketing a lot, though. Yeah, from last year. Well, that makes sense from last year. They've grown a lot from last year. All right. Trump just said he's not a big fan of cryptos. See, we're missing it. We're missing the good stuff.
You're going to find them to be really great candidates. About America first. It's about, as I said, make America great again. And that's the people I'm looking for.
Mr. President, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Soon. Thank you.
So apparently, he just said, quote, "I'm not a big fan of cryptos, for what it's worth. I doubt cryptos will actually move at all."
About the withdrawal from Kabul and what former President Trump just said to us. How about it be?
Well, we're not going to listen to reaction stuff here. I don't think anything changed. Trump says he's not a big fan of cryptos. Yeah. I don't think Trump is a catalyst for crypto. Oh, man. All right. What else? DQ here, not Dairy Queen, cow, down 4.41% going into the open here. Firm's down 3.3. Wouldn't surprise me for this to trade a little bit more tentatively, because you do have earnings coming up. So, possible that this is going to trade either sideways or down leading into earnings, my belief. I sold covered calls. I sold calls that did were really juicy in my opinion. What was it? So, well, I guess it's not sold calls to cover my position. But anyway, we talked about this yesterday in Stocks and Psychology of Money, which remember, we do the market live streams every day the market is open. And that 30 or 40% off coupon code link down below does expire today. But anyway, what I did is I went in for the September 17th options and sold covered calls, and the premiums were insane yesterday. I wonder if they might still be pretty crazy today because the implied volatility was just so high yesterday. I'm sure there's still some leftover, but yeah, that was very juicy. I think it was against my position. I have like a 400 something, started with 400K and covered the entire position. And I got like a $44,000 premium credit for selling calls against my position for 18 days, which is insane because that's $2,300 per day of a credit. So as long as a firm sells under 100 by September 17th, it's $2,300. No harm, no foul. Basically, it's crazy. But I mean, you do have earnings coming up, so it could bounce on earnings. I don't know why it would bounce on earnings though, because like it's not like the Amazon partnership is going to start producing tendies already. It's going to take a while. In fact, I don't even think they'll have it ready for Q3. Quite frankly, that Q3 would show Amazon involved. I think Q4 is going to be big for a firm because that's probably when you're going to have Amazon have a firm up and running. I'm excited. All right. So what else do we have here? DocuSign, Robinhood. Robinhood slipping a little bit more. What else do we have? Here we've got Digital Turbine, Lash, Corsair, Alibaba, Virgin. It is incredibly interesting how meh the market is right now. Very, very interesting. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to CNBC. It's so quiet. Need some entertainment. Look, they're even on TV commercial here. What's up with that? Everyone's just on everybody's just on commercials. Boring. What options do you want to look at on Corsair? If you're gonna try to trade a run, just buy shares. Well, I get it. Everybody wants the 1 or 2 week options because you can make the big YOLOs. I get it. All right. Wow. Usually there's always news. I'm sorry. It's so quiet. Here, let's go to Wall Street Journal. Taliban vow to enforce Islamic rule. Oh, have y'all seen these? They yesterday there were a bunch of pictures of the Taliban at the Kabul airport, fully dressed in U.S. gear and night vision and everything, playing around with it. It's kind of sad.
Many exceptions, and even when it's weakest on average, it's kind of like just below break even. So it's not necessarily great. By the way, seasonal stuff hasn't particularly worked that great this year. August was often tough. We're up 3%. So I do think that you sort of use it as part of the general context for what's going on, but not necessarily feel as if it's it's a reason to pull the trigger one way or the other.
All right, here we go.
There's some applause. You like that? Yeah, we got about 20 seconds till we get started as we ring the opening bell. By the way, take a look at the real-time exchange back at our headquarters at CNBC. Given where we looked on the open, could be a very mixed bag. Here at the big board, Simplify Asset Management. And over to NASDAQ, it is software consulting firm Agile Thought. Agile Thought. As we get started with the final trading day.
All right.
Of course, a quiet week, as we said.
50-50 there. Looks like here's Corsair is what I pulled up here. Got a lot of volume right now, kind of dancing right around that midpoint. See if it ends up pushing in any direction. right now. I'm not really seeing love in either direction. I do see Zoom falling into the open here. We have, let's see, Digital Turbine. They're running. Corsair's trying to push up 2.69, 5.6, 5.7. It's trying to move, trying to make a move. Oh my gosh. Now it's up 6.5%. That was cool. Somebody came in and bought a chunk. Back to 5.62. I love seeing the fluctuations when there's a lot of volatility. It's so fun. So what else do we have here? Virgin Galactic, 5% on Virgin Galactic. Virgin just moved a bunch too. That was nice. We've got Root. Root moving nicely as well. Very nice. Oh, here comes AMC as well. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Very nice. You got a lot of the momentum movers today. AMC up 3%. GameStop 2.53%. Very nice. Very nice. We have Dave & Buster's coming back 1.89%. Okay. Let's see here. Corsair sitting at 6.5 now. Zoom's plummeting. Support just gave up everything, I feel like. And we knew this was a shorter term kind of momentum play here. But yeah, support's just going straight to the ground. It's almost like people are taking their money from support and taking away their support and dumping it over here. Oh, look at that Corsair. Now it's 7.63%. Nice move. Very cool. Digital Turbine, Latch, Virgin, Nano Dimension. Yeah, I think Corsair is doing a little bit of a trend on, was it stock twits? Probably on Wall Street Bets too. But anyway, Root's been another one of those that has been showing up on Wall Street Bets as well. But I don't think it's getting that same kind of push. You know, it gets these, you get these sort of individual, very selective pushes in the market right now. Corsair seems to be one that's getting a lot of love at the moment, which is very exciting. They got beat up pretty nicely. We've got Latch, Virgin. Yeah, Virgin's not showing the same kind of love as Corsair is right now. And AMC's decent, 4%. What else? Let's see what's going on downside. Oh, there you go. Good. That's too funny. And I'm fully covered on Affirm too. Wow. Affirm's down 6%. If this drops, for me, I'm looking for an 80 again, or something like 85, 80 to see Affirm as maybe like a buy the dip opportunity. But otherwise, we got those nice covered calls, and as long as this sits really in the under the 100 range, it's perfect for those covered calls, and then I won't get called out. We have Zoom 16%. CrowdStrike. How's CrowdStrike been doing? I don't think we've looked at them in a while. Day chart here. Oh wow, look at that. Record highs here on CrowdStrike. Record highs. Hut 8 Mining actually trading down a little bit. It's $8 though. Jeez. And Redfin moving down again. Redfin's just really had a very interesting run. All right, let's see what else we have here. Corsair pulled back a little bit. A little bit of a pullback. We were up at about 8.5%, sitting around 7.5% right now. It's all right. AMC 3.56. Hey, look, Tattooed Chef's up a little bit. 21. I think it's very expensive at 21. Macy's 2%. Sunrun 1.9. So, hey, look, we got even recovery coming back a little bit here. Spirit Airlines. There's Outlet coming up about 1 to 2%. Workhorse, Carnival, Neo, and Vitae. Interesting. Market's taking shape a little bit. How's Tesla doing this morning? Tesla this morning. Oh, rotating to the downside. All right, let's take a look at some news headlines. Quick reminder that if you want to get a free stock with Public, go to metkevin.com/public. Give you a free stock worth all the way up to $70. And today is Jack's birthday, which does mean the coupon code expires down below. So if you want to see me or get every alert for when I buy sell stocks or do options, like the Affirm covered calls I did yesterday. When I did them, I always send out buy sell alerts on everything, crypto, whatever. Not meant for you to copy, just suggestions in terms of what I'm doing. And yeah, get lifetime access to all the content and the courses as well. Take a look at this Voyager Digital. What? Well, first of all, there's no price showing up here. Is that our Voyager Digital? Hold on. I always get confused with the ticker symbol. Voyager Digital. No. This is the Voyager Digital we usually look at. Oh, okay, it hasn't reported yet. So the OTC stocks don't show until like 15 minutes in on Webull. DocuSign rotating down a little bit, 3.77% to the downside. I wonder if DocuSign is falling because of what's it called? Zoom. That wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Peloton just broke 100. Robinhood actually moving up a little bit. From where we were. Somebody say charge points running. Was that CHPT? I always think it's the only way I remember that ticker is just thinking of like CHP, like California Highway Patrol. I don't know. I also don't know why they called themselves CHPT. I mean, charge point. I don't know. It's when I see CHPT, I don't really think of charge, but okay, charge point. That's what they chose. All right, Virgin Galactic. Okay, Corsair Gaming kind of giving it up over here. Yeah, look at that. Got a little messy there. Still up, though. Nice, 5.7% here. Virgin Galactic, 6%. Looks like Virgin actually going to be the one that takes over today? That'll be interesting. Nano Dimension. Look at this. It's sitting at a measly $6.39. It has not been this low, well, since last week and May 12th. But then since about December. Market speculation with Jack. That's funny. Oh, Zachary, you ruined it. How could you buy? No, that happens. Yeah, Nano Dimension was one of the OG momentum stocks. I mean, like, look at it. Like, this was just the OG momentum. I remember when it was doing this, everybody was talking about Nano Dimension. You just could not go wrong doing Nano Dimension. Crazy. All right, what else? AMC. AMC's pushing now. 5.29%. Look at that. $45. That's nice. Check it out. Very nice move here. That's awesome. Still got my shares. Yeah, Nano Dimension was fun. All right. Let's see here. What else? Let's do some news headlines. Let's see. There's got to be something. Taliban. Fidelity is going on a hiring spree to meet customer demand. Wow, that's good. Elizabeth Holmes's trial. Okay, where do you stash your down payment if you didn't buy a house this year? metkevin.com/basket. House rents pop as new investors pile in. Would-be homebuyers priced out of home sales are finding little consolation when they turn to single-family rental market. It's crazy. Rent inflation. The kids head back to school. All right, what else? COVID mental health scars with them. Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah. Max was really afraid of people when he first went back to school because he kind of grew up through COVID. I mean, think about it, like 18 months of not really seeing other people, and the kid's 3. So, you know, that's like the majority of his life. He's like trying to avoid people, right? because of the pandemic. And so getting him used to like being around people was really weird at first, but he bounced back pretty fast. Now he's got a friend and he's like so happy to go to school now. It's like, I have a friend. It's so cute. Let's see. Wow, it's no news. And then of course, Jack now brings over a Minecraft friend. So they play Minecraft, but when they play Minecraft, it's mostly just screaming. I don't know why, but I'm just glad I have the double doors that I do have. Because you cannot hear anything through these doors. It's great. All right. So I'm just honestly shocked with just the literal lack of news. I mean, maybe this is a good thing. Really? This is the headline? U.S. stock futures dip amid growth and inflation concerns. Like who cares? 0.22 on the NASDAQ, 0.17 on the S&P 500, Dow Jones 0.11. It's just like the market had tiny little fart, tiny little fluctuations. It's been very, very, I don't know, lack of news-ish. Zoom, we could talk about how Zoom got crushed, but we've already done that. I wonder how the options are today. I'm just going to look at what the options pricing looks like now. If you were to sell call 50. Oh, whoa. Okay. This right here, this particular option contract yesterday got me 40. Was it 42.5? Yeah, it got me $42,500 yesterday. So this particular contract, because the IV was so freaking high, and it's only an 18-day contract. So I sent out an alert to everyone in Stocks and Psychology Money. I'm like, I cannot resist, but in 18 days to make $42,500 against your position, like that's awesome. So if you don't understand selling calls, selling a call is basically giving somebody else the right to buy the shares that you have from you. You should have them. Don't do naked sold calls. Very bad. And I'm like, it's worth it with this kind of premium. 18 days, $42,500. That's like my mortgage payment every day. It's just like, it was crazy yesterday. So who knows? But yeah, I think that was a good sort of hedge. I did something very similar on Robinhood when it ran up to $70. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not staying at $70. Sell calls. Let's see. What else do we got? Okay, talk about Corsair, Virgin, Nano, Vuzi, Ethereum. Okay, it's all about the same. Moderna, 383. Workhorse. I think Workhorse is finally going to come back. $100 on that, Rob. So, GameStop 277, EXP sitting around that 45 range. Tattooed Chef 2151. I have not seen it at 21 in a very long time, I have to say. CNBC at 9:30. Is that 12:30 Cali or I'm gonna wait? Or Eastern. All right, so what do we got over here? I'm going to look at Tattooed Chef for a sec. I don't think we've seen this number in a while. Oh, okay, yeah, it's been since June. June we had a run. Yeah. But see, every time it falls over here to these May levels, it's like almost a no-brainer buy. All right, what else? CRISPR. Oh, man, just nothing today. Need some entertainment. We do this for entertainment purposes only, after all, right? Let's see. DocuSign, Plantronics, Etsy. Oh my gosh, I bought a bunch of stuff on Etsy yesterday. It's so bad. It's so bad. Obviously it's not here yet, but I do have some of this stuff that I haven't really been using, but I should. See, I got I got my D hammer. And then of course you gotta have this is probably my favorite. Look at this. The dragon scimitar. Look how nice this is though. Just like the effort that was put into this. It's so cool. I don't love this stuff. They got so much cool stuff on Etsy now too. They keep adding stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing. I wish I had a 3D printer. Anyway, all right. So let's see here. I don't know what CNBC got for us. Oh, it's definitely butter. It's definitely butter, Gary Roberts. You nailed it. It is. That's a butter. Did you just join? Someone just joined the stream at that moment. Yeah, we're talking about Etsy. And I went on a little shopping spree yesterday. I had $191 credit. And of course, you have to spend it. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. And I don't want more stuff either. But, you know, they're props for the set. So it's different. Oh, my gosh. Coinbase. Somebody's got a call on Coinbase. Let's see here. Business jet and electric aircraft play? Do tell us more. Hold on, let me sign into this. Etsy's so good. Tax deductible? Of course it's tax deductible. You know that means if this sword was like $30, it really only cost me like $14 thanks to tax write-offs. So I can buy twice as many. All right. Cohen sees an upside ahead for this industry conglomerate Textron, citing strong demand for business jets. I agree with the business jet trend. I'll tell you, when like in the pandemic, every pilot that I've flown with, because you get a different pilot every time, on business jets, they're all like, we are breaking records. This is the best time we've ever had in jet travel. It's crazy. Textron. So what do they make? Let's see here. Well, jets. All right. Textron. What is this? Okay, powering possibilities. So, do they sell jets or what? Oh, that looks cool. Oh, they sell a lot of stuff. Do they actually sell? Do these things actually exist? Because whatever this thing is, it looks really cool, and I feel like it doesn't exist. Oh, they sell a bunch of stuff. And this is a stock? And they make jets too? How come I haven't heard of these things? I don't know. Because I'm not a pilot. Wait, so what do they do? Because Cessna and aviation, they make a lot of stuff. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. I haven't heard of this. Charter sales, the trend hasn't reversed. Yeah, I agree with it. Well, I think what happens almost is once people start flying on the private jets, they're like, oh my gosh, I got more, like, why would I go back to the other? So is this then a stock? I guess it is. Textron. Let's go take a peek here. Just look at the 1 year here. It's been straight up on the 1 year. Yeah, let's go. I'll grab Bloomberg really quick. I think this is very interesting. It's only with a PE of 23, beta of 1.8. It's kind of growthish then. Well, I guess it depends what index they're referring to. Probably the S&P. Okay, let's listen to CNBC for a second here while I pull up the terminal, because I do want to look into that.
Sector on the upside. We're going into September. There's a famous old trader saw September is the worst month of the year, and technically it is since World War II. It's down.
Oh, they own Bell Helicopter and Cessna. I did not know that. Wow. Medevac pilot, no shortage or oh my gosh. I can only imagine. Oh, sorry to hear that. I, by the way, would love to fly a helicopter. I don't like more than a plane. I don't know why, but I think it's so cool.
The next chart. And so a lot of these old trading patterns, sell in May and go away. September's the worst month. The January effect, Santa Claus effect, all these famous saws that the traders use haven't been working as well. And some people believe it's because the Federal Reserve has been flooding the market with so much liquidity, it overwhelms these very delicate seasonal trading patterns. At any point, it's not.
Everyone's always blaming the Fed. It's funny. Like when the market when market's down, it's the Fed's fault. Market's up and it makes it harder to do certain trades. It's the Fed's fault. They're manipulating the market. It's always the Fed's fault. And maybe it is.
Record profit margin north of 13%. Folks, that's what the stock market moves on. Earnings estimates rising or falling, margins rising or falling. So no mystery on what's going on there. And there's also a very clear rotating factor that's been helping the market.
Yeah, no, I was just reading the thing about even with COVID cases falling or whatever. I think some folks see an inflection in the trend. But yeah, we did hit the largest number in COVID case counts yesterday in recent case counts. Okay, I'm going to try to pull up. So, okay, here we go. Bloomberg just came up. So TXT is the ticker symbol. TXT. Usually I'm not so big on these massive industrial companies. It's just it takes so much for them to actually move. But, you know, look at Google. Google's just like straight up, you know? Let's see here. Okay, so Textron has a market cap of 16.3 billion as of July. They have forecasted growth of 9%, then 7%, then 4%. Oh, and then you get shrinkage in 2024, negative almost 2%. Not sure why. But anyway, looking at the bottom line, if I go out to 2023, for example, 4.64 things selling for 73. That's 15 times forward. I mean, yeah, that's it. It's an interesting, you know, if somebody wanted to diversify and really have some industrial manufacturing, that is interesting. I don't think it's something that I would buy because I just balance my stock purchases with real estate. But yeah, operates multi-industry company with operations in aircraft, defense, industrial products, and finance. Company provides airplanes, helicopters, weapons, automotive products. Wow, that's so cool. They create everything. The company is known for its Beechcraft and Cessna aircraft and Bell military and commercial helicopters. It also services Hawker business jets. My goodness, they make everything. Look at this. Well, I guess you can't really see it because I don't have it up. They also make golf carts, fuel systems, land and marine systems, UAVs, simulation products. Could they just pick something? They make everything. It's crazy. Wow, that is a beast of a company. My goodness. I've never even heard of them, but that's you know what? Shout out to that CNBC article. Because that's where we just saw that. So this by the way, now we have a little bit more background. That's this article right here. Some person sees upside. Who is it? Anyway, just Cohen. Cohen. All right, whatever. Okay, so they see a 32% upside, $95 per share. Interest in they're going to get into the eVTOLs as well. That's interesting. No wonder they had that on their website, because I feel like that's literally just what investors are looking for right now. Is like, oh my gosh, yes. Where was it? Where was the vertical takeoff and landing? I'll show you. One sec. There. Well, that's under the Bell helicopter, but that looked. I mean, okay, maybe they didn't have an eVTOL, at least displayed on here. Oh well. Whatever. Interesting. I think they should bring down there should be like tiny. We just need flying cars. That's just what we need. All right. With autopilot, beta 10 coming out soon with Tesla. No. I think Tesla's just literally going to keep going on to new betas. Virgin Galactic at 7%, Corsair Gaming at 5%. So we had like a modest attempt at a run there on Corsair, but it kind of just gave up. I mean, look, 5% still good, but this is what it was pre-market. So if you bought, right before the bell, hoping for that run, unless you already dumped it, we haven't really seen that push. AMC is, if anything, has been doing better. It's come down as well, but it started up like only 1% or so. This has had a nice little move. Nano Dimension, yeah, okay. Let's see here. Downside. Zoom 16.3. Where's Palantir? We haven't seen Palantir in a while. Hut 8's down almost 3%. DocuSign's down a bit. Let's see here. Yeah, Firm's getting a little poopy right now. It's still, I mean, it's still 91, still great, but glad I got those covered calls. I was telling myself yesterday, I'm like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna kick myself tomorrow. And you have that sort of mental debate of like, how could you not take the $42,000? Anyway, Enphase down a couple percent. I would honestly love to see a little bit of a correction again here in the market, just so we have another buy the dip opportunity. I specifically want to load up on Enphase. I don't know that I would load up more on Etsy right now. I'd even consider getting into just Google on a discount if there was. If Robinhood keeps falling, Robinhood gets like 35. I think that'll be very interesting. I've got a good position here on Lemonade. Would love to add more to Lemonade. Ooh, what else? Canadian Solar, still waiting. I should just buy. Apple, Pinterest. Yeah, a lot of red actually today. It's a small red. There's definitely a lot of it right now. PayPal, Squarespace. Okay, what else we got? Marriott, Disney. Yeah, kind of small moving numbers here. Nothing too exciting there. All right, let's go back to looking at headlines here. This was fun. We got to look into what's it called? Textron. Textron. It just feels like a weird name. Sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of Textron. Just I don't know. All right, Walgreens to raise wages. Okay. We kind of already scrolled through a lot of this. Scroll up from the bottom. Treasury yields edge lower as jobs data remains in focus. UNICEF very worried about the future of women and children in Afghanistan. That breaks my heart. I feel so sad about that. Uber and Lyft rides are more expensive than ever because of the driver shortage. This, I think, is very interesting. This, I think, is like, it's nuts. Some of the fees now for Uber and Lyft, so crazy. The cost of taking an Uber or Lyft increased 92% between Jan 18 and 2021 of July. Whoa. Many riders have also noticed increased wait times. The reason, a shortage of drivers. Whoa. The companies don't really look at us as human beings and just consider us profit. Okay, like, I don't really fully understand that argument. They're giving you an app that you have a choice to work for or not. But okay, let's see. Once everything started to slow down, I was making, I think, around $85 for 12 hours. Yeah, that's not great. Uber's website says drivers make anywhere between $22 an hour to $37 an hour in cities like New York. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's interesting. When was this? Was this during the pandemic? Because right now it just feels like, well, I mean, the headline article is that people are making more money. Let's see here. In fact, many drivers switch to food delivery. This I know is pretty popular right now. I mean, we still DoorDash stuff. It's very convenient. Amazon Flex, $200 a day easy on these other platforms. Yeah, well, I mean, in fairness, then look, Uber and Lyft have to be competitive too. And I think that's where you make the comparison. Like, if you can make $200 a day doing DoorDash or Amazon Flex, and you're only making $85 on Uber or Lyft, why would you do Uber or Lyft? So then it's simple. Price has to go up, right? Supply and demand balances that out. But I think that's just, you know, like I say, supply and demand. I don't know that. Is that Uber and Lyft trying to rip people off? I mean, I've never driven Uber, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know all the intricacies. But, you know, hey, if you got a choice to make more money, do that. Vote with the market. All right. What else? More news, please. There's nothing. I don't know. Somebody go to the Fed and like knock something over. I don't know. The Fed is such a secure building in New York City. I was just there, and it's just like things like bomb proof. It's nuts. And I don't know that people are like going out of their way to attack the Fed. Oh my gosh, it says breaking news. Oh my gosh.
Read, we're expecting a number in the zip code of 123, and it's a big miss by 10 points. 113.8, 113.8. That sequentially follows 129.1, which, by the way, was the basic highest post-COVID reading. That was the highest reading since February of 2020. This reading is the weakest since February of 2021. And, of course, maybe the variant is having an effect. We'll have to continue to monitor, awaiting the present situation and the expectation index. Don't see either of those on the wire at this point. So I will kick it back to Morgan as we have a weak headline on consumer confidence for the month of August. Morgan, back to you.
Rick Santelli, thank you. Here are three.
Well, that wasn't that fun. This is interesting. Somebody wrote this here. Do you look at the Israeli or U.S. data? Usually I look at the U.S., but you know what? Let's look at Israel. It'll be kind of interesting. COVID cases. So we looked at U.S. just for relativity. We looked at the 30-day over here. See, the trend has been relatively flat, but obviously we're still hitting new highs. Let's go change it to Israel. Yeah, you got a little bit of a flattening over here, but still, yeah, I mean, it's certainly an uptrend. Let's see, can I go back? Oh, I'd have to go to all time. Oh, yeah, look at that for Israel. It's a big old spike. Do you hear now they don't consider you vaccinated unless you've had 3 shots? Oh, look, CNBC is covering Textron. We were just talking about them.
Also, Textron, that stock getting upgraded to an outperform. We're going to keep with the aerospace theme here. The firm citing an underappreciated opportunity in the electric helicopter, the electric vertical takeoff and landing market. Also,
here comes the pump.
Though, Mike, talking about the business jet recovery that we're seeing take root. And even as the Delta variant causes...
Wow. See, CNBC is now so bored on TV, they are reading the CNBC articles. We know because we just did. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know. I want to cover stuff. I don't know. Somebody tell me where's the news? I just don't know. I mean, I know Hurricane Ida, this was horrible. Gosh, I could never compare to this, but certainly lived through a lot of hurricanes as a child in Florida. See, as a kid, though, and it sounds horrible, but as a kid, you're always like, yeah, hurricane, because it meant no school. But most of the time, I mean, I think the worst I ever actually sat through was landfall 3. Category 3. I've had hurricanes come towards us that have been 4, but then they've weakened right before, which is good because once you get to category 4 or 5, you just have to leave. Like then it just gets bad. Just leave. But Hurricane Katrina was like a 2.5 when it came through Florida. We thought it was bad in Florida, and then you saw what happened to Louisiana. It was like, oh no, we're just gonna shut up now. It was crazy. Anyway, so sad. All right. I don't know. Now I'm talking about hurricanes. I got anything else? I'm sure this guy Delta okay, here we go. Let's read a little bit. You're looking to move to Florida. Which area do you like best? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not a Florida real estate agent, but like if I moved back to Florida, I would try to live on the water, like on the intercoastal in either Aventura or Miami Beach. I don't know if I would go to the Tampa side, but that'd be a consideration too. It'd be probably one of those. I don't know about Fort Lauderdale, but it'd probably be one of those. I've spent too much time living inland, so I'd have to be on the water. Otherwise, I always used to live like 20 minutes away from the beach. All right, what do we got here? Beijing's service sector suffered an unexpectedly severe blow in August as a wave of COVID infections sparked new lockdowns, sending an official gauge of non-manufacturing activity into the contractionary territory for the first time since the country's pandemic recovery more than a year ago. This was like the longest sentence I've ever read in my life. This whole thing is one sentence. And maybe it's just like big words. Golly. Oh, Naples is beautiful too. That's true. But okay, got it. All right. So COVID. We got COVID in China, and people are spending less on services. Okay, got it. Next. China's official non-manufacturing purchasing managing with the words today. Which tracks activity in construction and service sectors plummeted. Oh, that's contractionary. Under 50 is contraction. 47.5 for construction and service sectors. Wow. Well short of economists' expectations of over 50. I'm kind of just skimming at this point. I got it. That is very interesting, though. Steeper than expected deceleration in July's economic data. Points that already prompted many research houses and investment banks to cut their forecast for China's GDP. Okay. Beijing's COVID-0 posture, crushing COVID, blah, blah. Slowing pace of hiring. We're seeing this here too. Slowing pace of hiring. We were talking about this yesterday, seeing a slowing pace of hiring in pandemic-related stocks. And I should say contact-related stocks is what it was. Like dentists and childcare, things that would be affected by the pandemic. Speaking of which, I probably got to go to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist since before the pandemic. That's a problem. I should probably go. Slowing pace. I feel bad for dentists. That was one thing that I feel like everybody just cut out. Oh, 1 year consumer inflation expectations came in at 6.8% in August versus July revised 6.6. 6.8% conference board. Oh, that's interesting. It's pretty high. All right. What else? Hop on a seaplane. See, when the Wall Street Journal is talking about seaplanes, you know we just have no news. All right. Australia's economic slump deepens. Krispy Kreme focuses on reducing debt, delivering fresher donuts. Like, these are the headlines today. Ay. All right, what do we got at the sticks? Virgin Galactic's still the one that's doing the push here. 7.5%. Let's see here. Virgin Galactic, day chart. Sorry. Minute chart. There you go. All right. Virgin's trying to push. AMC 5.3. GameStop. Corsair's at 4.2. Softened a little bit here. Did the broader market soften or what? Let's see. Just go CNBC. Where's GME? Oh, it's on there. We're talking about GME. No, the indices are still in the same spot where they were. Not much movement. Neo. Cardano. Roblox. What else? Zoom. We saw the Affirm. We talked about the covered calls on Affirm. We talked about the 40% off coupon code expiring tonight. Lifetime access to all the content and private live streams. Not lifetime access to private live streams because I'm not going to do for life because I'm not going to do private live streams for life, but I will for the foreseeable future. Gosh, Redfin. Can somebody, and I've asked this before, but I cannot figure it out. Why are Redfin and Zoom falling? Can someone help me figure that out? Oh, yeah, that's right. We do have the Meet Kevin app as well in the challenge. You share on social media up to 5 times a day. Go into the bottom right corner of the Meet Kevin app when you download it in the Apple or Android app store. You can potentially go on a private plane with us from California to, you got to get here. But then we pay for you to go from here to Vegas. We'll have fun in Vegas for, like a Saturday and come back on a Sunday. Go there Friday night, come back Sunday or something like that. It'll be fun. That's the Meet Kevin in the App Store. But anyway, yeah, can somebody explain why Redfin and Zillow are just getting crushed? I don't understand. Like, I can't figure it out. But look at that. Zillow and Redfin just straight like down. I mean, maybe they just ran too much, right? Maybe. But let's go to Redfin Data Center. The evictions? Really? I mean, that makes me wonder if that's a eviction crisis. Really? Do we actually think the eviction crisis is trying to, like, why would the eviction crisis push those stocks down, though? Like, wouldn't that lead to potentially more houses on the market? Oh, the vaccine data. Oh, thank you for that. No, I don't watch the ADO live streams. I usually, honestly, I watch almost no YouTube. Yeah, sorry. I'll make YouTube videos. All right. But anyway, look at this here, the Redfin Data Center. So you go over here to, let's see here, new listings slowly following trend. That's okay. Pending sales still flat, about 822, August 22. And new listing prices softening a little bit, which is good. And median sales price up again. Are you serious? I saw this sort of inflecting down, and I'm like, oh, that's it. We're finally flattening. Nope. Ticking up again. And it's crazy. When I talk about selling calls, am I talking about covered calls? Almost always. Because when I talk about selling calls, when I have bought calls, I usually just call it closing them. Like closing out my contract, basically. But which is sell to close, right? But yeah, generally, if you hear me say sell calls, I'm talking about covered calls, which I have against AMC, Robinhood, Affirm, Arcimoto, some Tesla, not fully hedged on Tesla, but some Tesla. But anyway, yeah, I mean, like, covered calls are so beautiful because the more market trades sideways, the more money you make with them. It's beautiful. Well, not really. I mean, you make your money. You know what you're going to make up front, so it's not like that changes. But it helps you offset your theta decay on like bot calls, which I do still have bot calls. So still trying to get rid of my leaps. Oh well, I don't know. This has been well. I mean, it's always fun hanging out. I think we just need to start digging again into individual stocks, and these. If tomorrow we have a similar slow news day, we're just going to pick a stock and start reading SEC reports together. Because, wow, there was a lack of news today. Although I will say I was very happy we talked a little bit about Textron here. Very interesting. That's so cool. Anyway. All right. Where evicted people going to live? I know. The eviction crisis can be... It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that. Have I ever regretted selling covered calls? Yeah, sure. When what happens is you sell a covered call and then all of a sudden the stock runs and you're like, oh, well, now you got forced out. I mean, you can always roll them, but still you lose money, So if you roll, so. All right. Figs. I don't know anything about figs. Figs? What is figs? Figs? I don't know what figs is. I don't know. What are you saying that I was looking at figs? I don't even know what it is. Is it a fruit? What? I have no idea what it is. Fig stock is an American healthcare apparel brand. Wait, what? Healthcare apparel? Oh, they sell scrubs. Oh my gosh. Really? How do they have a $6.5 billion market cap? No way. This meme stock just raced past GameStop as the new money machine. Is it fakes? Oh, it's support. Okay. I don't know why fakes was coming up with that. I don't know anything about fakes. Huge in the scrub game. The best scrubs around. I feel like you're all like paid by figs. Wear figs. That's it. We're buying some figs. It's like, why get a... well, wow, they got lots of different colors. That's cool. You know, I've never wanted scrubs so much until, of course, I went to figs.com or wearfigs.com, and now all of a sudden I want scrubs. That's just incredible. So how is this company worth $6.5 billion? Like, they got to have like insane earnings. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Why am I looking at this? I don't know, but I'm going to. Financials. How is it a $6.5 billion market cap? I don't understand. $399 million in revenue, 7 cents in EPS in 2021 estimated. Maybe next year they'll be at a quarter of earnings. And then by 2025, maybe they'll be at 0.65 of earnings, which means that $40 divided by 0.65, they're around 61 times 2025 earnings right now. Why is a scrub company selling for that high of a multiple? I do not understand that at all. That does not make sense. How does a healthcare apparel company have this market cap? That's nuts. Sorry. If $400 million in revenue and the darn thing's selling for like 12 or 13 times revenue to market cap, I mean, but how do they figure even this the revenue growth of like 30% year over year? I mean, that's crazy. It's almost like it's being valued like an Amazon. I mean, maybe like everybody's just buying their scrubs online now. You know, maybe I'm missing something here. I mean, it's valued like a tech company. There's got to be some insane growth that people are pricing into this. Direct sales, e-commerce expanding into other markets. Markup on clothing is like 600%. I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's like, where would you get your scrubs before? Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe this is like a trend now where it's like, oh yeah, everybody just buys their scrubs online. Wear figs. Wear figs. That's it. I'm going to send a text to a nurse right now. Jessica. Hey, have you heard of figs? She's going to be like, what the F? It's Kevin texting me at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, here's the website traffic. So, well, I'm sorry, search rank. So, I mean, you've had some growth here. Let's see here. Time on website up 4%. Bounce rates up 4%. Page views. I mean, I have to say, I'm a little blown away. Let me see here in the Google Trends. Figs. Figs, not the plant. Figs scrubs. Let's try that. Okay, so if I go to 5-year, I mean, that's not bad. That's nice. 40. I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, yeah, okay, you got some growth here. Maybe, in other words, maybe the pandemic kind of who are Genu scrubs? Who are these people? Are these competitors? Yeah. Look at that. Durable antimicrobial finish. What are you going to do now? Oh, wow. Yep. Scrub set builder. Interesting. Wow, they've turned the scrub market into like a modeling market. Well, here's your competition. Are they public? Then you could comp them. Scrub stock. Let's see if they're public. No, that's fit. Privately held. Janelle. Interesting. If you're a nurse, you 100% know about figs. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, it's a market I didn't know anything about. Figs. Wow. Okay. All right, folks. Well, that's very insightful. Learned something new here. Figs. I guess you could comp them to like Under Armour maybe or something like that in terms of valuation. I'm going to do that really quick. Hold on. Let's comp them really quick. Let's see who's got a higher valuation. Under Armour or Figs? Scrubs have to be fashionable now. All right. Okay, so Under Armour has a market cap of 10.2 billion. So a little bit more than Figs. Under Armour is sitting at what? Earnings per share is estimated at about 54 cents. And it's only a $20 stock. Let's see here. Yeah. 20. I mean, that's a 40 times earnings multiple. Yeah, but it doesn't have the growth of Figs. 23%. Then it goes down to 5, 5, 6. Figs has, that's what it is. It's just that there's just an explosion being priced into growth for Figs. That 30% annual revenue bump. That, wow. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll do more research later. Thanks, everyone. I got to go.